Hello!
And we're live.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Wayne.
Morning, buenos dias, bonjour.
Buenos
All
dias,
right, mate.
Guatemala.
Is he all right, mate, for me? Or
Oh, for the Aussies.
I'm not sure.
Aussies, innit? That's what they're saying. It. Good day, mate.
Good night, mate.
Jesus.
Covering all bases, you see. Multicultural.
Seb, are you making coffee?
Can we have a bit of Lebanese, please, Seb?
What is this one? Every day is doing
Now I'm
something.
making this kind of pepper paste. It's really nice, mate.
Oh, right. It's got to be done now, though, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Oh, yeah.
He's French, come on, for God's sake. Everything comes after food. It's like
We need to
everything
put that
is...
disclaimer on soon.
Oh, yeah.
Dear. Right. So today we've got second half of the pool game for England and Australia. Looking forward to seeing what comes out of this. Hey, Tim.
Oh, yeah, live. Good day, mate. It's hot.
Right.
Got a bit
Rugby.
of stretch. But
Yeah, man. This is going to be tough. In the second half.
Sweet.
England does.
Oh, hello.
God, look at that guy. Is
Look
that
at
the guy that made loads of errors in the first half? I think that's him.
What was it? Was he even on for the first half?
Yes, you was. You started
Mate,
the
you
game.
start the first action of the game. Awful.
You mean the one where I reached round and I give it to Jack,
Mate,
who wasn't there?
let's-
That one.
Keep your private life off of the
You
stream.
reach around,
buddy.
waste time, don't give it to anyone, and then, take about 10 minutes, put your tag back on.
This is what me and Fred always say. It's like if somebody throws a pass and it's intended for me or him and it goes somewhere here.
Yeah, they're just like,
Somewhere
oh, no,
within the same stadium, then you're supposed to catch it.
Oh, yeah, that pass. Well,
right.
that was both of your fault. I mean, that was ridiculous from you, but Jack should have been there as well, But Jack doesn't read the game very well. You know that?
Nope, I don't. I'm stupid.
He is stupid.
Underway. Who's that? Simo coming on?
Yeah, Simon.
Or,
I'm expecting with Wayne being in the stream now that I'm going to get like a little bit of help from Seb who picks on me all the time. I feel like Wayne's got my back. But
Always,
Yeah, not always,
always.
mate.
Look at that commitment. Look at that there, 100% commitment, even though he's still not letting go of the ball. 100% commitment.
Good try, though, Jack.
where were you, Seb?
I'm on the bench now. I came on, did my job. I got you back into a winning position. And now I'm just letting you, try your shit. My job was to come on and put you in a good position.
Watching back these before, Wayne, what would you say on from Australia? I know this is hard for you, but putting yourself in an Australian mindset, what would you have them do differently to get back in this game?
And don't say everything.
They need to hold their width better. They're too congestion within the centre or around where they're attacking. They need to hold the width to try and keep the defence a lot more honest, because it makes it a lot easier to defend if they're congregating together, basically, like give it a ball. It's just easier. The defence can just slide, and it makes it easier.
You see Scraps do that thing again. He dropped the ball and then he looks to the ref as if to say he just hit the
I
ball.
wasn't watching.
Did you not see that?
Let's see.
Hang on.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
Jack,
Oh,
you just did exactly the same thing that Wayne did in the first half.
Yeah, but
Must be
I did it with a bit more flair.
Can you put the back from Scraps' dropping the ball thing, just please?
Yeah, mate.
I just want to see that pass as well. It must be a Halifax thing.
It was a poor pass. It went behind him, but it was on.
10 seconds before that, yeah.
It was 100% all day long on. It just wasn't executed correctly to the 100% of our capabilities. That was all.
There's a lot of things that aren't executed properly, though, isn't there?
It's like if somebody threw that at me and I didn't catch that, you'd be saying that was my
That was a
fault for
good catch.
catching it.
If
Seb.
somebody threw that at you, Jack, you would catch that.
Thanks, mate.
These guys. Halifax.
Who do you sign for in UK, Seb?
Right, watch this. So he's dropped the ball.
Oh, mate, that was crap. That was ugly.
Well, you all have to remember. Come on, this was Scrap's first major international tournament and stuff like that. He was a little bit nervous at times, bless him. I think he was in two minds.
That wasn't on.
I think he was going to pass the ball behind him and then realised you couldn't, and then couldn't quite reach around to pass it in. So he was in two minds.
I didn't realise you were that tall.
Wasn't great anyway.
So please don't let's get started about passing, because.
Yeah, it's like what you're saying, Wayne. Like when they all get congested, see how they're chasing him.
Yeah, instead of holding their width and keeping the defence,
like everyone's on the right side, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. They're all. There's no. It's easy. You can the kind of the hunting in a herd, as it were. So it's easy to defend them as a herd.
Yeah, we call it a unit, but yeah, herd's good word.
And they're at the very lateral as well.
Yeah, one thing William was saying in the comments is saying they wanted. He would have liked it if they used their support player a bit more, like making more passes that way.
Ooh, like they have. Look how many overlaps they have there. Like,
because they spread out.
Yeah, because they've given the width, and we haven't reacted quickly enough to it. The post, I think the post played a factor in that one. We just haven't pulled enough from the post. You're very quiet, Fred. This is unusual. You're not normally this quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying to
you intimidate him.
Oh,
he now realises that a real coach is on the stream. A real coach is actually on the live, and he's now feeling.
You got something on your nose, buddy. Little something on your nose.
Yeah, mate. It's called.
Why is it all juddery? Why is it doing this?
Is it juddering for everyone?
It's smooth for me.
Smooth for me.
That's you then, Wayne.
Must be mine, isn't it? Then yeah.
Must be a tinfoil hat you wear.
I say smooth. It's not like crisp, but it's easily watchable.
It might be.
It's just
Has it just gone it as well? Because I was just signing in to look at the comments. If I close that down.
It's good when they pass to the support runners, but the problem is the support runners aren't running direct lines.
Right.
I chased well far off there.
Yeah, you got a little bit excited, then you do what you do, like, oh shit, let me chase everything, when you didn't actually need to.
That was nice. That was a good support run then from, is that Ryan?
Good.
He managed to get 4 out of the 5 caught off then.
See, if Seb was the one who took that tackle away, and he would be saying, this is all down to me. My play of the ball got us all the way.
Stop it there. Honestly, that just shows that Wayne didn't require any speed or anything. He just did a fast play of the ball. He went up to the players and drew in like 2 or 3 players and just did a fast play of the ball without having any speed, without being a huge threat. All he was just doing a fast play of the ball, and it still opened up loads of gaps.
I'm slow and not a threat. Is that what you're saying? So,
but you did it. But you did a really fast play of the ball. You did a really fast play of the ball, and that opened up a lot of space for your friends, your teammates there, because there was loads of gaps thanks to you.
It's not just the play of the ball though. It's drawing. He went into a channel which had a winger on his outside, and then pulled the middleman over to the centres. So
that's what happened. Yeah, I just ran a channel to the player.
What's important is what didn't happen as well. Once he was there, he didn't try and go too far. He didn't take an extra push to try and beat even more people. He just stopped it there, tagged up, and played. And that's like really, really important, because if you just tried it slightly too much, slightly more after that, it would have ruined everything, and you wouldn't have any momentum.
Is that my passport?
Agreed. So play up to it. My point that I was going to make is that yes, we scored off of Jack's ability, but if you look, Scraps turns back inside if you play.
So if you watch this as well, because you've got Ryan as support, and 2 people jump towards him. So you've got 4 people there, 1 person there.
Yes, that's perfect place to play the ball quickly.
Yeah.
They had even more time to play the ball there. There were that many men over.
Here, look, if Scraps just runs a straight line here now, it's all judded. Did that skip for you guys or not?
Yeah, a little bit.
So if Scraps runs and then turns back inside, if you literally just run a straight line, because we had them all sucked in over there and then had them all chasing, if Scraps had run a straight line, it was just a case of away you go and good score.
Hmm.
And
so that's reading.
You've kicked Scraps off the kicking now as well.
Where we are doing.
Afternoon, Dan.
Nicely kicked, Wayne. Did you hear me? Did you watch the World Cup final? I was complimenting your kicking. I said you never miss.
Didn't miss in the final. I never missed in the final. I didn't miss in the final.
Yeah, I don't doubt
it. Was from the touch.
I love watching you doing your breathing thing. Before you kick, you go. Pump up your pecs. I like it, mate.
I don't actually breathe out.
Is it balancing by any chance?
I'll tell you why I do that is because I have no torso. When I'm breathing through my lungs, it stiffens up my torso because my lungs are full. So it stops a little bit of wobble.
Balance.
Wow. Good advice to all the paraplegics out there.
Oh, Scraps is on there.
Oh,
good stuff.
That's a penalty for me.
You would
Guys, give me a second. I'm going to see if I can switch so I'm not getting a very good picture of me.
Oh, if you managed to give that earlier.
All right, buddy. Are you going to jump out and jump back in, Wayne?
No, I'm just going to see if I can go to this.
I hadn't even noticed I was back on, and now that I just saw myself. I just give a pass to Ryan, and he scores a try. That's mad. God. Amazing.
We started the first half of this. We were talking about Scraps' tries and conversions. Because we thought we were being a little bit big-headed in the quiz asking that question. But after this, all we found is how arrogant and ridiculous Seb is.
Hi, Kif.
Oh, bye, Wayne.
Bye, Wayne.
It was nice seeing you, Wayne.
Pleasure.
Hey, we can all relax a bit now.
Yeah.
He's back.
To attention.
We didn't say anything about him.
So Seb's back on. So did Simo come off then? Yeah, it was Simo that started.
Oh, I think didn't Simo get an injury in this one? His hand bleeding or something?
Can't remember.
So go back one tackle, guys.
It's that easy, mate.
Stop there. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you see wrong with there from an attacking point of view? You need to go back.
Seb's gone to the right of them rather than going into where they're pulling them further over to the left again.
Even more basic than that, to be perfectly honest with you.
Hold up.
Right, so play from there. I'll tell you when to pause. Right, pause. You've gone a little bit too far, but look where we are. So Ryan's there, Jack's here, Seb's there. Like we're doing what we were saying about Australia was doing 2 minutes ago. We literally it doesn't take all of us to be in 4 meters, even though we are driving our way out of at the time. It makes it just ridiculously easy for the defence to read what's going on.
Yeah, if you use that white line that goes up the centre. That's the sort of divider. You've got 4 people on one side, one on the other.
Yeah, I'm pushing away from it.
Yeah, fair enough. We're relying on the skills of our players and stuff to make yardage. But even now, Jack, you're there. Stop. Even then, on that one, Jack will back again. Scraps are still there. Scraps are just loitering around.
Fill the space. You mean? We need to.
We're not making the defence think what's going on. We're not giving them any,
You say play on that? No.
It was good to play on though. It's like what we said before. You take it out of the ref's hands.
To be fair, Scraps tries playing
Come on, go back in, guys, because I'm struggling to see what's going on.
Scraps tries to play it back into me, and it hits an Aussie player. Then it goes back to the Aussie player, and then it looks like it comes forward off them, but you can't tell anything from that as the ref.
What? I've gone too far forward now. From there, I think it was. Yeah, that's the handover.
Aggressive pass from me there.
I'd say it was flat, actually, in the second watch.
That's fine.
Ugh.
That's better from Australia coming in at pace. We said that about a previous game, didn't we? Where they weren't hitting the ball at 100%.
Yeah.
The battle of the two bald men.
Have we already seen the part where Wayne hip thrusts?
No.
That was World Cup final, wasn't it?
He got called for it in this as well, I think, somewhere.
Brilliant.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Ugh.
Oop.
Play. You and your
William,
drama.
what are you doing?
It's all right, William. I forgive you. I didn't make a fuss about it. I was like, oh, surprised me, and then I just played on. You see?
That was a shame. That killed all your momentum then. You got lucky to bounce around that one.
Oh. Shit.
Now, I shouldn't have passed that.
No.
Luckily, we get the ball back. I shouldn't have passed that, but we need to be way more depth than that. Like
I thought I could have scored that, and then got pushed, hit the post, got tagged. That's my boy William. Tim, you're happy that some of your players are beating me up, huh? I guess as a ref, you would authorise that against me.
Oh,
what is Wayne doing?
I don't know, mate.
It's just, we've always done it without him. Let's just do it without him. It's all right. He's not saying anything interesting anyway.
Like years and years ago when Harry was still playing, when we were playing rugby, Wayne used to he was coach at the time and everything, and he'd tell us what to do, what the game plan is. Like, go out, right, guys, we're going to complete this set and stuff. And me and Harry would make a point of doing the complete opposite of what Wayne would tell us to do. So wow. he'd say, right, to complete this full set, and we'd kick on first, and Harry would score. So he'd be like, we'd do it just to piss Wayne off, because he'd be like, this is the game plan, we're doing this, and we'd do the opposite, and he'd still score.
Joker.
But we listen to him a bit more nowadays.
A bit right. More. Yeah, right.
Seb, you don't listen to anyone. You never do anything.
He pinned up back on it.
I listen to literally everyone, mate.
And then ignore him.
And then decide if it's useful to me or not.
One thing I was quite surprised with is how many people, when you put across sort of like what you want to get out of players and stuff like that, I didn't realise how much, how many people sort of come together for that. I thought that was quite good.
What do you mean?
Like, as in the amount of people that sit down and talk through that sort of stuff. Where normally, like you say, Wayne would say, if Wayne,
that's what it used to be.
Saying, if Wayne's like, you're doing this, it's like now it's like a lot more people sort of give input into that. Oh,
yeah, I think the knowledge has really grown in the sport, though, hasn't it? Everyone's got a really good understanding of it now.
yeah, one more.
Obviously, still some more than others, but there's enough understanding across the board now for people to be able to have conversations about what they want to do and what they are to get the best results out of it. Whereas back in 2007, 8, like we was all just lambs following Wayne, our shepherd. You know what I mean? Just doing whatever he told us to do. But now we can tell him to sod off, and we don't believe him.
You've got to know though, whatever Wayne says, he never does it himself. Oh, he's back.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. The game has come on massively since 2000.
Oh yeah, even from this, man.
The speed, yeah, even from this, the speed that the game's played and the sheer capabilities now of the players compared to the beginning is ridiculous.
I'm waiting for Lewis King to send back. I've got all of the World Cup videos for my weight, and I say if we can get.
Watch.
Oh mate, it's a really tough watch. But the thing is that back then it's like that's the best in the world sort of thing, and you're like, mate, it's like that's development level now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I think what's happened is that we have to remember is that the teachings that we put in place in 2008 to win the World Cup, we've had to evolve as the game's got better and better and better. So it's had to get. The skill levels had to increase.
Oh, 100%. Plus, like all the things that you've learned over sort of like 2-3 years, you can teach someone. You can stop them from doing the wrong steps as well. So the next wave of people will learn a lot quicker. Will pick up the basics a lot faster.
It's like a pyramid effect, isn't it? It starts with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. It's like you've picked up all them things, and whichever area you come in, you've already got them as a standard. It's like. In 2008, there was no like set way to prepare yourself to play the ball or anything like that. It was just wing it and try and put your tag on and try and do that. No one even thought about doing it fast. It's like, but now it's like just by telling people who come in brand new, it's really important to play the ball fast.
Yeah,
and it's like that took like a year, like 2 years of development back all the way back to 2005 to 2008 for people to be able to go. All right, we need to play the ball fast.
Yeah.
You think now? It's
we knew we had to play the ball fast, didn't we? Because we knew we had to play the ball fast because that was one of the first things that I tried to get us to do. It was just working out how to play it fast.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When you came in, when you started coming in, you were working that out. But like before you came in, when we went over there in France, we literally had no idea what we were doing. We didn't know what rugby was. We'd never seen a rugby ball in our life. And it's just like little things like that. So like the play of the ball, preparing your tag or having more straps or
squaring your chair up, the little tiny little things that just make seconds out of it,
yeah. Which are just like, they're not rules, but they're like the standards that are told to every player who's starting new now. And they don't have to they don't have to like come up with that improvement on their own. It's just set, so the development's so much faster and it keeps building faster and faster.
You do that a lot, Seb, still, like you just did then. You still do that up to this day, kind of thing like that. You tried for that half a gap and had your tag taken. By the time you stop and go 2 meters forward,
this is what Tim says. So Tim says, Seb will listen, then he will tell them that they are wrong. It's just shaking his head before you finish what you're commenting.
I know what he's going to say. Put on the first minute of this game, and that's exactly what you do, Wayne. Wanker.
I'm sorry. The first minute of the game, and I'm doing what? Sorry. I don't have no pace. Remember, I'm slow and
exactly. So why do you try to go for gaps? You shouldn't.
Because I'm drawing in players, and then when I get like if we go back to where I did. To play the ball fast. Remember, it's all right. We'll not go over like things like that because you'll get embarrassed.
Yeah, we'll be here all day.
Playing top trumps.
Just skip too many players then. Too flat, too diagonal.
Yeah, they're just when they're attacking, there's too much lateral, so they're not stopping our defence from sliding. So it's just easy. It's just literally left, right, left, right.
Did we get the penalty then, or did I mess up?
It's like one of the things that we said before was like the side-to-side movement's all good if you're trying to keep the ball alive, but unless you have someone coming off of that directly, it gets a bit pointless after a bit.
You have to stop the defence from sliding, otherwise it's just an inside shoulder and slide. Yeah, you have to stop that defence from moving.
Oh, I think that you got lucky there.
Lee's praising you in the comments, Wayne.
Lee, just don't, mate. Wayne is awful.
What did I do wrong then?
No, Lee's saying that you do know what you're talking about, but we're not allowed. But don't tell you that. You click the little tab at the side of the screen. It says live comments, and you can see what people are commenting.
Tab side of screen. Can
you see where it says live comments?
Wow, what is going on? Wait up, what happened there? It all went mental just then.
Let's take it back.
Go back to this drive. It's the surrender all day.
I don't have
kicking. Laney picks it up.
Where it says chat at the bottom.
Yeah, chat. There's the live comments there as well.
But you can't watch the thing while you do that.
Oh, are you on the phone?
No, I'm on my tablet.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Ooh. Let's see the setup here. Where are we at?
I win.
Let's
not get Wayne on again. I think he's technically technically inept.
Ooh. 8 had a good line then. The Aussie 8.
That's a dive, mate.
Nah, it's a try. Collision put him over. He reached down, put the ball on the floor, then fell over. Although saying that, Diab, if that was me, that referee would have given me a dive.
Wait, they didn't give him it.
Did they give the dive?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was a dive, 100%.
He's give penalty for it.
Yeah, so it must have been a dive then.
Yeah, but it's not a penalty.
Okay, what I'm going to do is in future, I'm not going to touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything.
So what was I been saying? What have I done wrong?
Nothing. It's Lee Boardman put in the comments, as much as you won't want to admit it, Wayne does know what he's on about. Just don't tell him I said that.
What?
It's just your own family, mate.
That's my little brother.
Your own family think you know what you're on about because you just feed them all this crap.
That looks
nice
forward.
pass,
yeah, that was Seb actually.
That was
my pass was forward.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Really? You expected your pass to be on target, sir?
Do we really want to? All right, this
my
one's
pass.
for you,
Go back.
Tim.
Go back.
Yeah,
how did I put a forward pass?
I want this second part of the show to be like a 3-hour video. We're going to analyze every little bit.
So you run round, get tackled.
I was just astounded that Seb actually thought his pass was going to be on target.
Forward.
Oh, Seb.
Yeah. There you go, Tim.
Needed to play the ball way faster than Seb.
The Australian guy bashed my chair, which slowed my.
Of course it did. I mean, come on. The sun was in your eyes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wind took it.
Crack up.
Has Scrap scored any conversions or tries?
No.
He's not even on.
No. Well, come on, Scraps. You've got 2 more tries to score and 2 conversions yet.
Mate, if he's counted that wrong,
If he's counting it wrong, I'm going to laugh.
Back to play the ball. Oh, God.
That's a good jump on Joe.
Yeah, big time. Right, so you got 3 this side of the post. They need to drag this wide.
Get off the line.
Get caught.
Good run, Seb. I reckon you could have beat him on the outside, but that was a great run. Oh,
what are you doing?
Oh.
Was that the win, Seb?
Oh, mate, you did so well then as well.
Dude.
Ruined.
Come on, give me your excuse. Come on.
Wait. Hang on.
Wait, I hadn't done
Wait.
I want Seb's excuse.
Come on, Seb.
Come on, Seb. Take it away.
I hadn't started meditation, so my mind wasn't clear at that moment, and I was kind of happy of the drive I just done. So I was just too much in a hurry to put my tag on, so you could do well after me as well. So I was just thinking of my team, and they please they do as well as I just did, and then that made me fuck up. So
there you go. There it is.
Yeah,
I'll accept that.
Great run.
So basically, because you're not mentally strong enough, you just don't. Is that what you're saying?
Interesting.
That's not what I said, mate.
I mean, that's what I got from that. Can anybody else confirm that they got from that? I mean,
no, I said just then that I didn't trust that my teammates were good enough to do as good as me. So I feel like I had to do all the work to set it up for them, so it's make it easy for them. And then because I'm too distressed about thinking what they were doing, I couldn't.
Okay.
About my own game.
So what you're saying, it's not the fact that you're saying that you're not mentally strong enough. What you're saying is that you don't have any trust in your teammates, is what you're saying.
I didn't have at the time. Because watching back what you had done during that game, your performance, you were shit.
Please remember, Seb, this is our England coach.
Wow.
No, that's cool. I love the fact that Seb has an opinion.
Mate,
I often like to get
by the time we get to the next camp, he would have forgotten. He's going to forget.
I often like to get in the mind of the players. Seb's mind to get in is quite a scary place. I'm not going to, say anything, but it's quite scary at times.
Full of course.
Hang on. Seb's mind is just a all-you-can-eat buffet. That is
This is true. But he often gets indigestion. At which point, when he gets indigestion with the all-you-can-eat buffet kind of thing, he just goes into meltdown. Like,
must give in.
That's true, actually. Mate,
Seb's very hard to swallow at sometimes.
Jokers, absolute jokers. Let's get back to the game.
It was a real problem for me in Australia that every time we ate, it was always a buffet. I just couldn't stop myself. I was trying to make it the smallest plate possible.
Did you see that, guys? That was a prime example of what we were talking about Australia earlier, kind of thing. They literally ran themselves out. That was going like that lateral.
They're doing it again. Then shouldn't have given that pass at all. When it ends up, they got lucky for the tackle. To be honest,
we always try to end up on 2 or 4 on the centres, don't we? And it's like you don't really want to end up on your winger taking a tackle on the wing. If you're giving the ball to the winger, you need to be able to pull yourself back in for the next play.
Options. We need to be thinking about what the option is for the next tackle. Okay, this one's not going to work. So where we're going from here? It's a game of chess.
It's a game of chess, but then so watching this, it just looks like Australia aren't thinking about what they're doing. They're just doing it. They're not actually thinking about their actions.
They're playing more like dominoes.
Okay, it's a game of checkers. To be honest,
checkers and chess.
It's all about your diagonals. Don't worry.
It's not about your diagonals at all. We were supposed to go diagonal.
Don't worry, buddy.
I've been telling you this for 2 years now, Fred. It's run straight line.
Straightening up. We should all be pawns, taking to the right and straightening up.
You mean sacrificed for everyone else? That's what Paul
Yes, that's right. We should all be sacrificing. So that our knight Seb can come in and swoop in at the end and take the queen.
Wayne. Lee just said that I was dreaming about your massage. He just commented. You can't see the comments. I'll just give you info about the comments. He's not
Great.
wrong, you know.
That was a good run. Did he get it down or was it a tackle?
Tackle.
Tackle. So
now we've got all the Leeds lads on. Tom and Jody, and I think James as well, with Joe Coy. The dramatic Joe.
The dramatic Joe. Gone backwards.
Just when he plays rugby, he just looks dramatic. He's got big movements, big hair movements. It's just it's fun to watch.
We called him Prince Charming for the first few years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, from.
Oh, this is where it kicks off.
What did Simo just flip him out of his chair?
He was stuck on Simo's hand. His caster was trapping Simo's hand, and it was cutting his hand. So he had to get him off, and he tried telling him. He didn't. He was too busy celebrating. So he just tipped him out, and then they all kicked off at him.
Let's see. I didn't see his hand stuck.
Yes, it's like he got his hand that way.
Oh yeah, you see it. You see.
And then Jason turns around to kick off at him and elbows Fabian's wheel.
Yeah, I think. But if you look, he tries to lift it off, and I think he gets his hand caught on the back of his chair.
Yeah. His hand was bleeding after. I do remember his hand was bleeding after that.
So that he tries to lift him, and then
stump. I can't remember. It might have been his stump. And that hurt his elbow.
Well, shit happens.
No, not in England. It doesn't. You guys over there in France love to have a scrap.
Oh yeah, good fun.
The thing is the funniest thing is when people get aggressive here, you just laugh at them. That's the that's the problem. So anyone who gets slightly irate, you go.
Wayne, you just missed James throwing Jason out of his chair, like picking up.
No, I saw that. I was just back. So I could visually, I just wasn't on the thing. I saw that. He was stuck. So
yeah, he wasn't.
We all know James.
Father and son.
Look at them locks of hair. How the hell he managed to even see anything on
this? That's what I'm saying. It's like the second Shrek film when Prince Charming rides along on his horse. It's just like.
Go, Jody.
Jody is one of the most aggressive players I've ever played against.
Oh, mate, she's clawed my face a couple of times.
Oh, it's not the clawing; it's the just pushing.
Jodie's chair positioning is very, very good. Very, very good. How she positions the chair, gets in front. She's quite difficult to get round. She's a defensive wise. She's very good.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I remember there was a Halifax Leeds game once,
well.
and and I think when you put a kick through, and I was pushing down opposite wing, and then I looked up, and Jodie just sat still right in front of me, and then she just used both hands, put me flat on my back, and none of the referees saw it.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, Jack, back then you weighed about 3 kilos with your shoes on.
I still only weigh about 3 kilos. Go on, Laney.
Oh, Miss Laney.
I miss Laney.
I miss Laney.
Do you miss Laney? Wayne misses.
He was in Perpignan not long ago, and I didn't get to see him.
No. He avoided you, said.
Yeah, I think he avoided me.
Told you afterwards.
He asked me what he could do here, and then didn't ask to see me. So I was like,
yeah. What can I do there that don't involve you?
Yeah. Whereas Martin Gill, when he came over to Perpignan, we met together and had lunch with him and his missus and all that. It was nice.
Of course, you had lunch. Jeez.
Wayne, mate, if you come over, I'll cook you loads of food.
Oh, cheers, buddy.
This is why I'm not coming over. I'm wanting my players in peak condition. I'm trying to keep away from food with you.
Oh, great kick.
Yeah.
Lucky kick, you mean? Why do people, when it comes off of the post, say great kick?
Oh no! In general, the tempo I don't think would have took it out anyway. It hit the post, that was lucky, but the bounce and stuff afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think that were going out.
It slowed down really fast. It's like.
Well, what about? Were you at that game last season win against North Wales, where we played against Harry Jones? He put in kicks on his fifth and last or fourth tackle, and I think it were 4 or 5 times it hit the post, but like hit it high, and then it bounced back into his players' laps, and they scored tries from them.
Yeah, he needed to.
Yeah, you can't help the bounce of the ball there, guys. But he did it 5 times.
Yeah, he needed to put 6 numbers that weekend. That's forward.
Oh, he's got that's 4.
Now, a fast play the ball there.
Straight up.
That's a shame.
Yeah, should have.
All James needed to do them straighten up. As he's come in, straighten up. It was on.
I think he needed
to focus on the ball first, man. He was already. His head was way far out in front.
Yeah, he was thinking about the next thing.
I think he's just gone off there as well with his hand.
Yeah, this is where the blood was on the ball, and I remember now. Who did they bring on for him?
See, way more aggressive in defence now. Like Joe wasn't even back then.
They brought on Wayne. There he is.
Great run. Go, square up. Why did he stop? I mean, they got a fresh 6, but they had numbers up big time then.
Yeah, Wayne was a bad marker then.
Did I not save the track to try?
Just turned into himself then. Australia stopped themselves then. Overrun. Good cover, Joe.
Are you going with?
Well, he
was off to the shop
and then was off for a coffee.
I think got bounced off. You know, got bounced off to turn that way. He's a big unit.
Nice, Joe. That was a good take to push out as well.
Dramatic Joe. Oh, nice catch.
That was just saving his ass earlier. Oh, did they still give a dropout? I thought we got out of the.
He caught it on the full though.
Yeah, I thought he pushed it back out.
Yeah, but no, it's a penalty.
So how many tries has Scraps scored at the moment?
He's on 4. I've got 4 at the moment.
Yeah, 4 tries.
2 to go.
2 tries to go and 2 conversions.
Is it 8 right now?
Yeah, 8 conversions, yeah.
Oh.
How long is left?
I'm not sure.
Good ball.
Yeah, he's off. Well done, Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great look.
Then again, it's Joe's work.
Drew the man, passed it out, overlap. Basics, boys.
What was that? Just put that back. What was that, Scraps? Who was he doing that to? I want to see that, please. Please.
Oh, did he do the thing?
No, that's the Faz thing. No, he did something else.
So Joe run across.
Is that not forward?
It did look forward.
Did look forward then. Yeah. Wait. So it's off of this. So Joe comes in now. Oh, just makes my shins hurt when people do that. So pulls him wide, dips him. That looked forward.
He's flat.
That looked forward to me, did that.
And then now look at Scraps. Wait, look at. I don't know who he does this to. Let's see what's he doing. Afterwards. Ready? Right now.
Oh, Wayne, you didn't let him kick.
I've lost my pen.
Scraps was on a roll, mate.
Oh no, I've lost my pen. Jack, have you marked that one off?
That's 5 tries then.
Yeah.
So 5 tries, 8 conversions.
Just shows how easy it is to score tries when you stick to that wing.
Hold your shape, yeah. Like that.
I think all his tries have been them, haven't they?
Have what?
Pretty
I'm
much.
trying to think back to the first half. All the tries that Scrap scored, weren't they all from that? That
Oh
similar
yeah,
play.
just being waiting on the wing and someone gives it to him and gives him a huge gap. Maybe one of them wasn't. I can't remember.
It's forward from the play. I hate people that try and dip inside markers.
Yeah, Australia never straightening the chair.
No.
So that was a good defense. So we switched well with them, stayed on the inside shoulder, we pushed them out. That was a good defense.
Straighten up.
Inside ball.
Straighten up.
So people watching, what we mean by straighten up is you're doing a diagonal run. If you just taper at the end and straighten up, you'll be a lot more effective.
Stop the slide.
That's what he means by straighten up.
The straighten up is designed to stop the slide of the doing because it's easy in a chair just to keep on rolling in one direction. The second that you make chair turn into you means that it's effectively like sidestepping in the running game. You turn the chair into you, the defence can no longer slide. You now hopefully have the gaps and the overlap in order to run into.
There's the second. Good run. Oh, what was that? Going on there?
I thought it was just trying to be like Jack, but I've
no. He was turning round to get the hair out of his eyes.
To move his fringe.
What happened there?
I don't know. I can't go back and do that one again because I don't understand what line Tom was running. Or
how far back?
I don't understand. I passed the ball just back. I passed the ball, but I'm trying to work out what I was actually thinking because kind of. Scrap, give the ball to Scraps. Tom's there. It's okay, so Tom's not really committing to that gap.
You had Jody out on the right as well. You ran out of space.
You
ran out of space because you had 3 people on your right then. Jody was on that right wing.
Yeah, Tom should have held out of that one. He was out of it anyway. He just followed along.
Yeah,
there for the ride. That was about.
I should have passed that ball. Then I should have taken the tackle quickly.
So drop out.
So are we not having a perfectly weighted kick comment for that one, Fred? We're not bothering that one, then, no?
Yeah, well, perfect, that mate. Well done.
Sorry, buddy.
Positively average.
That was a good kick.
I'm saying.
You know what, England, we don't praise each other enough.
This one. One day I'll get one back. Do you know what he said to me when I went on? He said, "You're not fast enough to score." That's what he said to me. And then when I broke through and went to score, I was looking at him and I had to apologise to one of the Welsh players because they rolled across my vision as I was staring at Wayne. I was like, "What, mate?"
I was so lucky from Joe. His pass was awful. It just bounced on the floor and bounced onto your lap, Wayne.
That was just a fast play of the ball. It was good. Just a fast play of the ball.
That's Scrap's 6th. I don't know where he's getting these other 2 conversions though. He's running out of time.
Not when I'm not letting him kick.
Yeah.
Fred, can you watch the try back, please, from like
1 minute? He reckons he gets 2 conversions. The whole run up to the try, yeah?
Yeah.
From there, good?
Yeah, it'll be all right. This is the shit pass.
Oh God, Joe!
Nice pick up. It's a good play of the ball, good timing.
That's all it is. It's a fast play of the ball. Scraps coming in. They're still on the back foot. They haven't even turned. If you look at it, at that play of the ball, the defenders have still got the back.
The defence were all looking the wrong way.
They weren't even looking anywhere. That's
what I mean.
They're not even looking.
And that was all down to Tom. When he's taking the tackle, having his chair straight, being ready to tack up, the timing there was just perfect. Perfect.
For me, that wasn't down to Tom. For me, that was down to shit Australian defence, mate. Honestly, like They had time to retreat and look
So
at
if it wasn't down to Tom, if Tom had taken another 10 seconds, if Tom had done what you do and tried to fight through the tackle, spun a couple of times, pushed forward and pushed back,
no, Tom did great.
The ball. Do you still think the defence would have got back or not?
I'm not taking anything away from Tom. Tom did great, but I'm just saying.
Don't even try, Fred. It's not worth it getting in between these two.
Sorry, buddy.
Because they were going back in defence, weren't even looking back, and just left this huge gap without looking at what was happening.
What he's trying to say is
it was number 13. That's Yara, I think. Yara does it all the time.
Yeah, he utilised on the poor defence. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It was a fast play of the ball. If he hadn't have played that ball that quickly,
it would have set
the
up.
defence would have got back a second later and turned round.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful fast play of ball at the right timing, and it was pretty.
Run, Jody.
Jodie's lovely at that shoulder roll. You know, when you're behind her to get it, she's really, really good at that. She's hard to tackle.
That was a battle. Oh, they said she'd try.
Oh,
but Wayne, I'm seeing the constructive way of seeing it, because saying Tom did well. Yeah, he did well. That was great. But if we want Australia to be more competitive, what did he do?
No. The only thing that Australia don't do consistently is push their chair hard enough. They've got the same as we tell everybody. You've got to push your chair. The quicker you get back on side, the more time you have to realise what's going on. The faster, the more effort you put in, the more time you have for your brain to catch up.
They're often, whilst retreating, they're not going fast enough, of course, but they're not looking either. When you're retreating, you should always be looking at what's happening. And back then, and especially when you're on your try line, they were pushing back towards their try line, not as fast as they could, and they weren't even looking. So they just had three men going backwards.
Even if they're looking over their shoulder, that play of the ball, they would have still had their backs turned and been unable to, because they weren't even fully back on side by the time Scraps got the ball.
Even if they'd have known what direction they were coming in, they still had to get to the line and turn round to stop it. By which time Tom had played, it hit the tackle, squared up his chair perfectly. Scraps had come in, he played the ball. It was beautiful timing. Even if they'd have got back to the line and turned round, as they turned round, knowing where Scraps was, Scraps had put the ball down and tried to score.
Seb's face, that's so funny, because he's just like, I just can't process that somebody can play the ball better than me. It's not happening. It's not worth it.
It's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. I'm just trying to be constructive for the Australian team, because it was
either often. That, and it was thinking about pan chocolate.
Nah, staying away from the pan chocolate, mate.
Right, so can I just make a point that Scraps gave us the wrong answers to his question in the quiz.
Yeah.
He was 2 conversions off.
Yeah, mate.
To be honest with you, though, if you want a question that nobody's going to get the answer to, get the fucking answer wrong.
Oh, dear.
Well, that doesn't work with Jack and Fred, because they get every single answer wrong anyway. So, you know, they have more chances of getting it right if it's wrong.
Seb got 7.
You're right. Yeah, you got one more,
which is more than both of you.
You got one more
without knowing any of the films.
Of course, he got one more, because his questions were all multiple answered.
The questions were ridiculous.
Mate,
he went out.
My category was the one where you got the most points, Fred.
Pardon?
My category was the one where you got the most points. So I don't know what you're complaining about, you little bitch.
It was a good ploy, though. So the ones that you can't answer to, make sure nobody else can. The ones that they're answering to, make sure that you can answer the question. It's a very, very intelligent. Probably, you know, that's probably the English side coming out of you.
Mate, I've got a lot of English side in me.
I say that.
Hang on.
Can we watch back that try, please?
We've got a banner for those comments.
And just put it in slow-mo. I want to watch the Australian defence. Fred.
Yeah, mate, I'm going.
Por favor.
Was it here?
Wait, disclaimer what? I don't get to read that. Waiting for it to come back. Disclaimer: the views and opinions of Wayne Boardman do not speak for the Wheelchair Rugby League community.
Wait, so does that mean Seb does?
Well, mate, you should have been on that one. You should have been on that. Right, we're up.
Right, so slow-mo, please. Slow-mo.
Right, hang on. Let's go back a
I'm
little.
just trying to figure out where... Is there an Australian defender on the wing there?
Yeah, you can see his shadow there. You can see his shadow.
It could be the ref.
So this is Joe's run, and then I think the next one goes from his play of the ball that bounces up to Wayne's lap. Lucky.
That was so
lucky
lucky.
bounce.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the winger's there.
Yeah,
So the winger's not coming in.
Scraps
So
lost his winger straight away.
So,
but if he was looking, if he had his heads up, if that winger there, I think it's Stefan as well. If he was actually watching what was happening, he would have just followed Scraps. And if Scraps would have had to, he had to turn back in, and Stefan could have been there and stopped him. Just if he was looking at what was happening instead of retreating without looking backwards.
Okay. So go back and pause. Go back and pause. As he gets tackled, please, Fred.
Yeah, one sec.
Because remember what we're saying here is said that they're not getting back fast enough to turn because of the play of the ball. That actually means everybody, including the winger.
Yeah, I know, but honestly, when you're 2 meters away from the line, it's not that hard to retreat quick enough, and they're not pushing hard enough.
But the other thing is,
I look at that there and think, wow, that is an amazing take. That's what I saw.
So just bounce onto your lap, mate.
The other thing that Seb said as well.
I took it with one hand, took it with one hand.
Right, Fred's trying to be constructive here. Shut up.
We're trying to. So the other thing that was said as well is, yes, the Australian defence do not look over their shoulder at all. That is a valid point that he's made on that one. Because as soon as you play, they all turn around to push back on this tackle.
Get ready to pause. Right, stop.
So right, wait, stop. Who's looking at the attacking team there?
Right, look, wait. So, did you see Tom straighten up his chair? Tom came in for that tackle. Tom knew he was tackling. He was sacrificing himself. Came in, boom, straightened up his chair. Immediate
his tag's almost on.
The winger, you can see where the shadow is on the winger. The winger hasn't got back yet, and he's already tagging. Tom's got the tag there, already tagging. Scrap's already making his run inside. No way is the winger going to get from all the way over there to all the way over there by the time Scrapsy comes in that little bit. It's perfect. But what's the exit design?
That's Stefan there. He's already facing the right way. All he has to do is push, follow Scraps and follow him over.
It's offside. He's to get back on side first, sir.
Mate, the try line, he's literally on the try line. There's 1 meter for him. He doesn't have to retreat at all. He's look how close he is to the try line. The try line is that small, light orange line.
He has to be over the try line. Look where Tom's tackled.
It's not that hard.
He has to be over the try line to be on side. Otherwise, he's offside.
Mate. Wait, so Scraps has had the time to go all the way over there. He still hasn't moved. He should be there. He should be closer.
He still hasn't moved because he's still going back to get on side, which is what we're saying.
Can I point out as well that even if he is, Tom does an even better job. It just makes a little push off the marker, which would stop Stefan's slide anyway.
Yeah, so he would be able to stop Tom if ever Scraps gives the ball, and then the error comes from Yara.
Squaring up.
If you look at Yara, watch Yara now, number 13. He's pushing back. He's not looking at what's happening at all.
Okay, we need to go back. Go back, Seb. Go back to. And if you stop it, Fred, just before Tom gets tackled, you'll see that the winger's chair is actually facing the corner flag.
Yeah,
he's nowhere near chance. He couldn't get back if he tried.
No, he turns his chair around. Look, we'll look at the winger.
Wait. Stop.
He's here.
Stop. And look where he's facing.
Keep going on. He's going to turn his chair around.
No, look where he's facing.
Yeah, and he's turned his chair around.
Scraps has already started to make his run.
But mate, he's now facing backwards right now. Look, his wheel is.
He's facing the corner flag.
He's turning his chair. You know how fast the chair can turn.
Shut up. I'm talking. Right. What? So what is the outcome of this? Because you're both saying the same thing.
No, I'm saying the Australian defence is
disagreeing with each other. What is the point of this? So the defence made mistakes.
The point that
Tom and Scraps did some awesome tackling. So them two things put together.
Yes. If you want to look at how to finish your chair, how to see what's going on in the defence. So Tom's come in. I don't know whether they did all see all this, but this is what it appears to me. So Tom's come in, seen that he's got nowhere to go, squared up his chair, started to play the ball. Everything was pinpoint perfect. As he started to make the play the ball, Scraps has run the exit, will come inside of that, left his winger landing, so we have an overlap. As Scraps has now straightened up, he's noticed that all the Australian players still haven't got back on side and just scores. If the Australian players had got back on side, we had a line out with an overlap because we've already pulled off the winger. There's so many options from that are all created from Tom.
I'm not taking anything away from them. I said they played well. I'm just saying that the defenders could have done much better and could have stopped that if they wanted to.
But they couldn't because the ball would have gone out. The ball would have then been passed along, and Geordie had probably got the try on the left wing.
That's probably, but you might have made an error. You might have done a forward pass. You've done plenty of them.
If I put a fast play the ball in, probably they won't be set up on defence and I score under the sticks.
You can't take away that their retreating is awful. You've got to say something about it.
It's a decision made. Do you think Scraps would have gone there if they were if they had retreated?
I'm not talking about Scraps' job. The whole point of this is
I think no matter how good the defence is,
Tom is better at playing the ball than Seb. That is full stop. Done.
Mate, you're not speaking nonsense, mate. All we're on about.
I think no matter how good the defence is in that instance, yeah, because Tom did everything perfect to minimise the play, and because Scraps came in at such a quick angle and they played the ball, I don't care how fast the defence they got back and turned on that line. I don't think that.
Do you think you would have scored that against France?
Turn and push off the line to stop the try.
You think you would have scored that against France? Again? You think you would have scored that against France?
Do you think that Scraps would have scored that against France?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, what's the question? Would we have scored or would Scraps have scored?
Both.
What's the question?
Both. Well, would we have scored?
Would we have scored? Sorry?
Would Scraps have scored?
Maybe.
No. Against France, no.
Maybe.
No.
Okay, and then would we have scored?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Maybe. You don't know.
100%. 100%.
So just gonna.
We'll say 99% because nothing's 100% in a game of that.
Right. So while I've muted everyone else now, this is what they're getting out of this. Is Seb is saying that the defensive line could have done more to prevent this try, which I agree with. They could have looked at where they were going. They could have got back on side a bit quicker, followed the marker. However, what Jack and Wayne are saying is also a valid point of Tom, before he even got that ball, knew exactly what he was going to do. He was going to go in, square up, take that tackle, sacrifice, in Wayne's words, get quick tag of the ball, because Scraps and Tom play together. They know each other. They know what they're going to do. Scraps will then cut across. He's going to go straight across. He knows there's no way they're going to be back in time with him. And because of the fast play of the ball, it gives him the adamant time to just sneak in and score. So both points are very valid in this. What actually happens for the try to happen, I'd say, is a joint of defending error and a quick play of the ball. So both of them come together, and that's what it is. What they're now arguing is they had the overlap, and they could have passed the ball all the way down the line for Jody to score on the other side. Problem with that is that's 4 passes that need to happen and 4 possible errors. So what they're saying is that a definite try either way? The thing is, both of them have valid points. The defence made an error, not getting back on time. And yes, Tom's play of the ball with Scraps, their teamwork on that was very quick and unstoppable, some would say. Now they're arguing, would it score against France? France are a lot more heads up. This is the point that Seb's now making. Back in the game.
Who's going to go first?
You ever thought about being a politician, Fred?
No, mate. So,
mate, yeah, you've done the impossible. You have shut up Seb and Wayne.
Mate, the thing is both of them don't realise that for that whole scenario to work out, both things had to happen. But yeah,
you are right. You are right, Sam. You are right. The defence, they could have got back a lot faster, which is what I've been saying the whole time. That they're not push enough. They don't like that. But I don't I don't care how that play of the ball was so perfect. If you want to look at how to do something correctly and square up your chair and do it correctly and the timing, as soon as it's tapped, Scraps is there. If you wanted to look at something that was perfectly done, that would be the thing to watch. And I don't care who you're against. Even against France,
no, I believe
from
I'm
that
not taking...
scenario, even if Scraps wouldn't have scored, there would have been multiple scoring options from that. I did say
play. I'm not taking anything away from Scraps or Tom. They did brilliantly. I was just trying to comment on the Australians' point of view, like what they were doing wrong, which was quite a lot.
I think they all could see what they were doing wrong. There was none of them knew where to play the ball. They had the back to it.
So, on the end of that one, we've come to the conclusion. There's a good debate there, guys. But yeah,
I think we're going to start a new show, like Just Win instead, where they just fight with each other for 3 hours straight. Would anyone want to actually watch that?
The winner of the fight gets a stump massage.
See, I'm not getting this stump massage, man. It's scary. Don't you have a wife for that?
She's not very good at it. Honestly, her hands are like not the same.
So, on that note, thanks for watching, guys. Be back on Wednesday.
She doesn't have that magical touch you have, mate.
Yeah, you've got an option, mute them.
Dude, right. These two jokers.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching, guys.
I enjoyed that. Remember Fred 15 for 50% off of Blade Struggles, and we're back on Wednesday. You said, didn't we?
Wednesday, 12 o'clock. I'll bring the other two back in for a goodbye. But here we go. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. It might be a little bit longer. But see you later, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all love, guys. It's all love.
You don't have to leave the studio, Wayne.
Don't leave the studio, Wayne.